Man. So, smoke break is over. Mask up. Be back. Make sure your hands are washed, people. No time, y'all. Let's go. Part 2. California trips, baby girl, yeah, it's a fact. One day they gon' study my discography.
Is there something that this situation kind of pushed you to keep doing, like, some aside from this new character, this new alter ego of yours is what I want to call it, because everyone knows that, some of you know, Lucy Lou is just one of my alter egos, but for those that are really close to me, she's Race J. And with this whole thing, we're finding ourselves, we're discovering new things, either within ourselves or the relationships we've had with other people. So is there something right now that you feel like you've really discovered, and then what you're doing past this whole situation, what you have planned or what you foresee?
Yeah, I'd say that something definitely happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go through trials and tribulations in life, and there's a lot of things that are, unturned coins with people. You'll meet somebody and you'll have something going great with that person.
Right.
And then they'll meet another person, they'll tell you something that they don't like about that person, and that'll change. So I just think that my story has been uncharacterized and unwritten properly. So it's not that I'm afraid to take off my mask and show you my face, because anybody who knows who I am knows that I'm the person that's in your face with it. It's, damn, did he just do an interview with the mask on fully? Is it like, oh, haha, like, is it a gimmick? No, because I've been wearing these masks before. If anybody know me,
Yeah, actually,
I'm in the rafters with a mask on and people are looking at me with my hair down, so it wasn't a gimmick or anything. It was just like the things that you're going through in life, you become. So I was just put into a predicament. Shout out to my homies that stood sideline and saw this predicament. Certain peoples or persons contacted a few people, back on the West Coast, and went as far as, trying to bewilder the name and just all type of stuff. So you really gotta, when people talk about you, you can do two things. You can accept it, or you can go out there and you can tell your story. And they said things that were really painful. Like, they said that my mom don't got cancer. They said that, my little cousin didn't have brain surgery about a month ago, that I'm not dealing with a mass on my liver. And it's just certain shit that I don't talk about, and that I do talk about that people question, and because there's not proof, and there's not in their face proof, that they go to other people and they're like, yo, his mom don't got cancer. She never had cancer. His dad, his uncle Pitt ain't passed of cancer. And there's actual video footage of me seeing me sitting side by side with this man until he dies. Like, people like, I guess they'll talk about you. I just want to make sure that this camera's on.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that they know I'm coming, because there was a lot of things said at the start of my career where I was trying to chase something. And there's a lot of people that said that they were behind me. There was a lot of people that said that they got me. And I saw who was real and who was fake.
Oh yeah, that's what this time is teaching all of us.
Like, when you're alone and when you ain't got, like, let's be real, how many people can you really call in this time and be like, hey, listen, I'm out of food and water, can you help me? That's scary.
It is.
That's scary. Like you literally couldn't think about, like, who you really could call in this time of. So that's why I started this. I told all my homies, sent out a mass message, and was just like, yo, look, whatever go down, Graveyard Boys, like, we got us. Like, they got kids. Like, some of my homies got kids. Shout out to Amara. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Graveyard Boy, Sean, and just, there's my friends and family and my tight-knit circle. They all got kids and families. And this is for anybody. I let everybody know that even on my Facebook, like, anybody need anything, like, I got us. And it was just like finally being eligible to say, look, before everybody was an artist and the city was doing everything, right? What artist is literally saying, look, the revolution is right now. And it's not about the mask. It's not about the gimmick, the Graveyard Boy, the what we doing, the edibles. I'm dead ass serious about to leave this interview tonight and we're gonna drop the "I Am the Revolution" song. And I've been waiting for a time to literally show my face and let my fans know back on the West Coast, look, it's time for Scar to show his face. It's time for like me to bear witness to what I've been in hiding. And that's this 200 albums of music where nobody paid attention to Clay, nobody paid attention to So Live. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh yeah, that's just So Live, you know what I'm saying? It was a joke. It was like it's a look, but it's like, it's not the respect I want. So I guess that what I'm doing now is to stand up for the single parents. You know what I'm saying? The people that are really going through this revolution. Like, these are troubled times right now. Nobody's caring about, like, we're in a depression. You know what I'm saying? The finances is crashing. Businesses are going out of business. People are hungry and starving. And it's crazy to tell right now that there's been these problems across the world, and ain't nobody was eligible to talk about them. But not till it happens to the people of our world and our country are we all in a pandemic. There's been people going through these viruses and this stuff all over the world, poverty. And now that we're going through it, oh, we got something to worry about. Man, nobody was worried about doing all this stuff that we supposed to be doing. So, now, what do? I give them a face to this revolution. When they're like, yo, the revolution will be televised, I got something for y'all. Everybody's sitting at home like, what do we do? Where's the answers at? What's going on? You got to Google things like these 5G networks. And we got to start talking about what we need to talk about. Like, these radio stations are so important. I'm on the radio. Ever seen the movie Terminator 2? Where John Connor is like, you know what I'm saying, trying to fight to come back and tell the people what's going on because he sees what's going on. Let's just put in the predicament. And let's say if anybody was following what I was doing, that I've been telling the people what's going on for the longest time. And y'all guys been asleep. All these damn cameras, y'all guys been asleep. And now this shit like right at our doorstep. And we like, oh my God, what do we do? Well, I went to LA. I was out there campaigning in the streets with the people running behind me, like with the picket signs, going to the government building, like, yo, what's up with these towers? What's up with these things that's going on in the world? And everybody was like, yo, Live, you crazy, bro. What you wearing these masks for? You crazy. Scar, I got something for you. Real.
Oh, make sure these are so. Sorry.
Everybody thought it was a game, man.
No, I.
You know what I mean? Like, for real.
Try to get you, on here and tell you what my hopes are. But I need to really focus on what am I doing tomorrow? What are we eating tomorrow? You know, what am I making to make it last for the next couple of weeks, or what? You know what I'm saying? How am I going to make this X amount of dollars last us until, God forbid, something does crash this economy and we really are at some crazy martial law.
I think people need to. I think that the reason why that stigma is so huge, and I say that because there's so many people that are alone, families. There's no conglomerate of like families anymore. How like we used to be able to go to our friend's house, sit down with like, you know, like groups of family would go sit down with groups of family, like spend together. That don't happen no more. Nah. They've made it, and listen to this. Listen to what they told us. What's it called?
Social distancing.
Social distancing.
Think about that.
Think about the words, right? That's not just a hashtag.
That's something that they're going to implement.
Well, the sad part is that they want to do that, but then you're still allowing this whole social networking to be out, and so either way, this
information is definitely, they gave us the internet for a reason. But what happens is when you give information to an intellect, we dive further. So let's be real, and let's make sure we do this social distancing. But let's be real with each other. What are they doing? You walk into the store now, right? Before it was racism, right? Sexism. There was those stigmas, so you had those. Now we walk in the store and everybody's sick. Everybody got it. What did they just do to us? Divided they conquer. Ain't nobody sticking together no more. So that's why everybody's so scared. Because if something does happen, everybody knows that they're on their own. And they can't call a person up and be like, hey, look, I need 30 days of food and water. They're going to be like, what?
Which is why I'm sitting and teaching my kids how to fend for themselves and do all that, you know, instead of having them sit on the internet and listen and read to all the stigma, whatever it is. You are like, you're like you said, you try to set an example for your daughter and for the rest of the young community or old. So you have seconds, hours, or maybe days. Maybe you might have years still. But in that time, focusing it on showing her just to keep on moving, which is what
Yeah.
you're doing. Pushing to make this Scar character just shine because he's been
It's
had
crazy.
it for so long. So that's what that's what you're focusing.
It's what
and that's
it's what she drew.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew that after seeing that drawing, I was talking to you about that book. She understood like everything,
Mm-hmm.
like not just, a little piece of it. She understood the storyline, the relationship, the honor in just the music and the design of it. So, literally started bringing her in the booth, and like she makes music now, but she does different things. She does drawings, so it's like you will inspire a child's mind with what you put in front of them. But what we have to realize as parents, we have to step back for a minute and watch what they pick up.
Which is again.
And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna pick up the internet, okay,
If you
or
allow them,
a phone.
Yeah.
So check this out. So what I did was, I told her, you have an hour on the internet, right? What you do is you give them whatever time they have on the internet. You got an hour, but give them a task. I made it on a point to Amelia for us to watch every single, and God is my witness, she'll tell you this day. I made it a point for Amelia to, when she started off with the internet, to watch every single episode of National Geographics, from front to back, their entire catalog that they had. And one of her things that she wants to do is become, something that has to do with animals. So it's like, well, what they gave us, they can use it to blind us. But if you allow that, that's what you said, that's what will happen. But if you find the strengths in your child and you avenue them to those strengths, like if your child loves to do sports and you avenue them to figure out how to get a scholarship when they go to school for sports, or you just utilize the internet rather as a tool to teach than a tool to sheep, if that makes sense.
That is as far as touching base with your single parenting, right now I'm going through the process of co-parenting, so that's very foreign to me. However, I have been a single parent before. Prior to my husband, my first daughter, I had her when I was 20, and I was a single mom for a very long time. And even though I had boyfriends or long-term boyfriends too, 5-6 years, I still considered myself a single parent because I really was in and day out 24/7.
I'm talking about single straight.
Like separate. There
That's
was
in there,
no,
baby.
But so I understand completely, like where you are and where your struggles are,
that.
where your successes are, because it is in our children. We are the reflection of them. So
Yeah.
every time, like you said, when someone praises your child,
Yeah.
you're just like,
Yeah.
because it really, you don't have to. You don't have to sit there and tell them how amazing they are. That's a little too much. That's you'll fuck a kid's head up. Trust me. Too much of that creates vanity as opposed to confidence.
Mm-hmm.
But you take pride in when someone else gives you that compliment through them, or through just even telling you, man, you raised a kid. Then those are my most proud moments. And then whatever they're successful in, I don't care if they got a certificate for changing their grade in a week. That it's such a great feeling to know that that's something that you were a part of.
We
She
can
got
screen cap
one.
it and put it on the screen.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Man, we gonna put you on exposed TV every
Dude,
time live
I'm
come
like,
through.
This kid was flirting with my
I can't
daughter,
wait.
right? I'm gonna just give you a little basis of it.
I can't wait.
And so
Stay
she
tuned.
starts messaging at this time. I learned it in my
All right.
lesson.
So that part. I just want to say thank you. Like, thank you to, I've been begging Serge for an interview live. I've been begging for
Thanks to Coca-Cola.
you know what I'm saying, to the homies,
Sponsor.
to get real with his music, because I'm about to light the city up, and I think that we're all about to be able to sit back and watch, because we got so much time on our hands, what I have in store. So now that I got y'all guys' attention, I don't know which this camera that's doing all the okay, yeah. I hope y'all guys really paying attention to this. From the 352-813-727. I've been around the world and back, so I just want to let y'all guys know I came back to the city to fuck shit up. Like I'm really gonna fuck some shit up. Like I just want you guys to know that like I've been working, and everything I told you guys was gonna become. My homies have made sure that they were in pocket. Shout out to Jaelen in British Columbia who held me down like on the music side. She just believed in me like on some just original shit, like pushing everything that we doing, marketing campaigns, and just like the waves that we're about to create in the city, and to gather the radio stations to get behind us, what we're doing. It's pretty powerful. So my last record that I got is Dear Alex, and I'm probably gonna get my ass beat when I get home. When I get to the Orlando. Because definitely. Because I'm probably not supposed to play. I was supposed to send this record to my uncle before I threw it on the air. But I really felt like when I left, Millie asked me, she's like, "Are you gonna play it?"
Hell yeah, I only lost
And yeah, I'm gonna spend it on air tonight. Shout out to my little cousin Alex.
Man,
I want to dedicate this show.
I feel really honored.
I want to dedicate this show to you because on tour, I wasn't eligible to go home and be with him bedside and take my daughter to be with him, you know, in recovery. So being in the studio with his lockdown shit and the everything's going on, I wasn't eligible to go home. So this is kind of my letter to him to stay strong. He had this surgery where he had a critical surgery that he might not have came back from. So being the fact that he came back and he's so strong, as a 14-year-old kid, I'd like to dedicate this song to you, my grandma Lee and Theo and the fam out there, Brandon, Alex, and Jasmine. You know, Isaiah, Matthew, Janae, and Millie. If you're watching this, Millie, I love you. You know what I mean? Because you know what I'm doing out here. I'm going
Millie,
against all odds.
Dad come out and,
I told her tonight, I said, I got to go out there. She's like, "You wearing your mask?" I said, "Yes." I got it.
Don't worry, we good.
Shout out to just the kids worldwide that's paying attention, that's really focused on what I'm doing. I'm trying to change my city up with the way they look at this music shit. You know what I'm saying? They look at us different. Shout out to DBM. Shout out to Tiz. You know what I'm saying? Bones. All the bros back home. Trill, Sean, Andrew. They call them for the Graveyard Boys at the radio. I got that on film, so we're going to show you that. But this is to the fans worldwide that's listening, to the people. Like, stay together. Fuck social distancing. I say stay together. Because I think that what they're trying to do is divide us. So stay healthy. Stay clean. Wash your hands. Wash your motherfucking hands, man. Straight up.
Don't lick things.
Straight up. And just stick together. Generation changes. Graveyard Boy shift. You know what time it is. Scar. Alex, if you're listening, I love you. And I dropped this record on the radio tonight to prove it to you. We out here. BX.
Say bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. That's the All J All Day show. I love y'all.
I'll give y'all guys all the
Peace in
social
middle,
media
peace.
in the description below when I drop the video. Stay
Chicken
tuned.
grease.
Yeah, turn this up. So what you listening to right now? My grandmother's on this record.
I miss you so much.
That's Alex's brother, Brandon, who was like, "Yo, they let us go outside today after the surgery." Jasmine's his sister. So Theo, you might kill me for this one, but it's live. We live. I love you.
Had a conversation with God, screaming, keep Alex alive. I don't want to take away from Theo or just make Brandon cry. I bow my head and told Fally, keep my angel alive.
I love you, Alex.
I know some girls that need direction.
I beg the Lord to answer questions. Every lesson is a blessing.
I know some boys that need direction.
Stay tuned, man.
I know some girls that need direction.
Everybody needs direction.
Beg the Lord to answer questions.
Stick together.
Every lesson is a blessing. Yeah, Millie, I'll always love you when the skies get gray. And I know my love's not strong enough to cure all your pain. Don't cry, hold your head, babe, just let me explain. Alex got a little sick, he got an infection in his brain. Seeing the tears on your face, man, I'm going insane. And I never told you, but baby girl, your brother's in the grave. See, my ex is plain, she can't lose another person, feel like she been hit by a train. Teach these kids to love themselves and that it's gonna be okay. Chase your dreams, cause I believe in you, I'm thankful to say. I love my family with a passion, one day I'll explain. What's a daughter without a father's love? It's not by the fame. I love my daughter so much, I watched her cry in the rain. Alex, if you're listening, my daughter felt all your pain. Waking up with anxiety, baby, it's gonna be okay. I love you both with all my heart, I taught these kids better ways. I love you so much, man, until they put me in the grave. Alex opened up his eyes and put a smile on Millie's face. I love you, Alex. I know some girls that need direction. I beg the Lord to answer questions. Every lesson is a blessing. I know some boys that need direction.
It's my grandma. Grandma, you on the radio? You probably gonna beat my fucking ass.
You put headphones on.
So in order to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, getting back in the spirits, like,